Now, most of you already know that each and every week we get, of course, the Navy insurance registrations almost every Tuesday. Now, today, the Navy insurance registrations for the previous week just came in, and as seen on the screen, you notice that Nio managed to report total Navy insurance registration in China of around 2,000. This is an improvement from the, of course, insurance registrations we received last week, which was for the week prior to last, which of course now we saw them, of course, reporting total Navy insurance registration of 1,500. So there is a 500 difference from, of course, the Navy insurance registration for 2 weeks back. So yeah, it is an improvement, but it is still, of course, low from the, of course, highs that we used to see, of course, reporting on a week to week, and that is, of course, over 3,000. I mean, especially now, you will know that, of course, Nio, of course, so many investors are expecting it to deliver more cars, and I think, of course, we already know that that is going to happen in the second half of this year, and that is from July. I mean, you remember that for the June deliveries, Nio has already gave out their outlook of delivering vehicles of between 10 and 12,000, which obviously we are still left with 2 weeks for the month of June, and so far for the first 2 weeks, or I can say for the first 18 days, Nio has delivered 4,800 in total. So for them to at least get to 10,000, they need to obviously deliver probably over 5,000 vehicles in the next coming 2 weeks for them to at least meet or get to the lower end of their guidance outlook, which they gave, of course, during their Q1 earnings. And I personally believe that Nio will get to that, or Nio will manage to obviously report over 5,000 deliveries in the next coming 2 weeks, because you will know that Nio, as they said, they are currently in preparation, or they are preparing their factories for, of course, the new models, and from the second half, that is when they expect to deliver as many vehicles as they can. But obviously right now, personally, I feel like they will get to manage, or they will still manage, or they can still manage to deliver vehicles towards the high end of their guidance, and that is the deliveries of 12,000. So this 2,000, I know, yes, to some others it might not be a good insurance registration number, but yeah, it is an improvement, at least from, of course, the NAV insurance registrations we saw a week prior to last, which is a good thing right now. Otherwise, before we forget the house rules, or I forget the house rules, you already know that this video is just an entertainment video and not a professional financial advice video. Now, I would really appreciate if you can just hit the likes button if you do, or if you are enjoying the content that I'm giving you about Nio's total NAV insurance registration, which they saw for last week, or for the period which started Monday last week until Saturday. So if you are enjoying this kind of content, kindly hit that likes button, and as it also helps with YouTube's algorithm, and I'll also appreciate that. If you have not subscribed, please also consider hitting the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so that at least you get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content, because Nio is one of the stocks that I discuss a lot on this channel, because I believe in its fundamentals, its future prospects. I mean, I'm heavily invested into this stock. This is a stock that seriously dominates my stock market portfolio, which is why I always, of course, check the latest developments and also share them with you as I find them, which is why I'm also sharing the NAV insurance registrations, because this NAV insurance registration tell us the kind of vehicle or the number of vehicles Nio is to sell or deliver, or before they report, or obviously their monthly delivery. So if you are enjoying this kind of content, hit that subscribe button. So without wasting any more of your time, as I've said, I believe that the 2,000 is an improvement. It's something that, of course, we need to note, and we would obviously like, as new investors, Nio continuing to increase, or us seeing an improvement from this number going forward, because obviously we know that in the second half, Nio is targeting to deliver at least a minimum of around 20,000 vehicles, or an average of around 20,000 vehicles on a month to month, and that will take, or for the Nio to achieve that, they need to seriously ramp up, of course, the kind of deliveries they deliver on a weekly basis, as that can be the only way that will revive their deliveries, or make their deliveries get to that target of 20,000 vehicles on a month to month. Now, you will know that Nio is currently in a transition of course, transitioning from their old NT 1.0 into 2.0 cars, and they have officially unveiled almost and started with the deliveries of almost all of their models. The only model that they have not, or they are yet to unveil, is the Nio EC6, which obviously that should happen very soon. And then after that official unveiling, Nio would have unveiled all of their new models and deliveries. Or it will mean that Nio will be having 8 models currently in the market in China for people to choose from, which is something that obviously that will of course boost the deliveries, because consumers will have a wide range of options when they want to buy the Nio cars. Otherwise, I'm very excited, and one of the things that obviously it is expected to obviously of course revive the deliveries for Nio, it is of course the price cuts which they introduce, or the $4,200 price cut which they introduce on all of their models, or in all of their models, which obviously it will attract of course the consumers, or it will make Nio to be able to compete with other EVs out there, as their prices for their cars now, they are becoming more and more attractive. Otherwise, another thing that is expected to boost the Nio deliveries is of course the subsidies that might be introduced by the Chinese government to help of course companies, or EV companies like Nio, by giving out of course subsidies to those that opt to buy these EV cars. I mean, you will know that subsidies are the ones that really of course have boosted this of course EV industry in China. I mean, we saw the good numbers that were coming out because, or the demand that was coming out because of those subsidies, which was something that is incredible. And if they are to come back, it means that these or car companies like Nio, or EV companies like Nio, will definitely receive a boost from that, which is something that of course we look forward to. Another good news coming out from China, ladies and gents, is that China just yesterday they cut their interest rates, which obviously that again it gives, or it makes it easy for consumers to go of course take a vehicle loan to buy their cars, or buy cars like Nio, which also will sort of like bring in the demand in either in the property market and also in the automotive industry, which is something that of course it will be great, right? So otherwise, I'm very bullish onto Nio because of what might be coming, or what's coming, or what's ahead of us, which is something that obviously that should make you to also remain long and strong onto car companies like Nio, because ladies and gents, all these things that are coming, or some of the things that are being implemented now, are definitely going to boost the sales of car companies like Nio, and there's no doubt about that. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos. And if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit the like button, comment and subscribe. And once you subscribe, don't forget to hit or click that notification bell so that at least to get notified by YouTube every time I drop a new content. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey. Before you load the boat or buy any stock for the very first time, please do make sure that you do your own due diligence, so that at least you become comfortable as you invest into the stock market. Otherwise, that's all from me, and God bless you all.